welcome to Josie's Joyful Journey. Let's make waffles this morning, shall we? I'm going to do something a little different. Well, it's something I've been doing for years, but this is a little spin on it. So for years, I have been taking waffle mix, pancake waffle mix, and adding protein powder. And normally what I would use is vanilla. It adds a nice flavor, and then I'd add some cinnamon. The kids have always loved it. So when RHEB came out with this protein powder, I had been wanting to experiment with it. And with our grandkids visiting, I finally had a chance, and it was a hit. So I am going to show you how you can take pancake mix and make the absolute best churro pancakes or waffles. Making pancakes and waffles really is all about your preferred texture. And so it does sometimes take a little experimentation when it comes to that. So I had already opened up this box to make the first batch for our visit with the grandkids. So basically I just used what was left, and the recipe calls for 2 cups of the pancake mix, a cup and a half of water, and then 1/3 cup of oil. And in here, it ended up being about 4.5 cups. So we'll go with that. And what I normally do is for every batch of the waffle mix, I will put in 1 scoop. And what you're going to do is you just adjust the water a little bit more just to thin it out. And that way it has the least effect on the texture. And so just a couple of scoops. I might add just a little bit more just because I can. And then, because who doesn't love more cinnamon? Let's add a little more cinnamon. And just a dash of vanilla. Now, I didn't add these 2 last time, and the flavor was still really good. It's just, let's just empty that bottle. Why not? I decided for this time, I'd go ahead and add just a little extra. So I've got the oil, and it's the 2/3 cup oil. And then the water, this is where it becomes more variable. So I will start with what it calls for and then add a little more from there. So I got it mixed with just what it basically calls for. And here's where the experimentation part comes in, is you take just a little bit of the mixture and then you put it in a waffle maker. And then you cook that little bit up and you give it a taste and see if the texture is how your family likes it. If you want it to be a little thinner, then you can add a little more water. Remember, you can add water, you can't take it away. So go a little slowly on that and just work with it until you get that texture that you like. So let's see how this first one came out. And it decided to stick to the top. Come on. See, just a wee little waffle. And just break off a piece. It actually came out just perfect. So good. It tastes like a churro. I'm sure that you can find something similar for the protein powder, but experiment with those protein powder flavors. It is so fun. You can get something different and find what you love. Whether it's chocolate protein powder, they've got those party or birthday mix, the ones that have like candy flavors, try them. Why not? Have fun with your waffles Your kids will love it. It adds just a little bit of protein and flavor. So give it a try. Until next time, my friends, bye. Just want to add one little note really quick, and that is when you're making stuff like this and you really, really like it, do not be afraid to make extras and put them in the freezer. That way you can have some for on the go, whether it's for yourself, kids, grandkids, whatever. Keep some in the freezer, and then that way you don't have any go to waste. You can make however much you want and use it later. Okay, bye.